Hi everyone, Stephanie here from the Autism Soup. I just wanted to give you an update on what we're going to be doing for July and also what we have going on this week for my next blog post. It's going to be all about Carter. If you just saw our last video, Carter is now able to do videos with me. Yay! Yeah. So I will be adding in photos and videos of him from his baseball. Also, just a couple cute pictures of the kids I have. Well, I can't say kids because I don't have permission to do Maddox's yet, but a couple cute videos and pictures I have of Carter. Also, some snaps we've done on Snapchat. Currently, we do not have a social media Snapchat just because all I do is I use it for the filters. I don't really know how it works or whatever. We also don't have an Instagram. Okay, I'm getting kind of old. I'm almost 30. No offense to anybody else my age, but I consider that old, so I'm not really with the know-how of the technology and all that stuff. But we'll get into now what we're going to be doing for July. So obviously 4th of July is the first week, so we won't have much going on for programming, so that kind of puts me in a pickle because now I've got lots of structure to come up with. So we're going to continue on with what we've been doing. If you saw my video from the previous weekend, I posted about some summer school type stuff I was going to do with the kids, some books I had. So we've been working on those. Carter, how do you like doing your homework with Mom? It's good? What about the alligator? You like the alligator? So I've been doing the those academic workbooks with the kids. Maddox does his, but he doesn't like follow the directions at all. Like I told him, I said, this one says you got to pick all the squares, and it was like a bunch of shapes. Pick the squares and color them with a green crayon. Well, he decided to just circle them with a pencil, which is part of his challenging behaviors. Yes, they can see you.
Yeah, I know.
Can you see you?
Yeah. Ah!
Hey, no, remember what I said?
Sorry.
You can't be stomping on the floor.
Sorry.
Because the lady downstairs don't like that, does she?
No.
No, it's not nice to be stomping around in her ceiling. You're just going to stay down there?
No.
Okay, just don't be falling off no more. What are you going to go eat? You got Chef Boyardee on the table. You don't want it? Over on the table, honey. He's full of that. He's picking and choosing what he wants to eat now because he doesn't like what I gave him for lunch. We'll see what it's probably going to be cheese. He's a big cheese eater. But then again, we live in Wisconsin and we. Can you have a soda? No, those are Andes. Okay, so I also talked about before possibly leaving some of these videos unedited. Purpose being is you guys get to kind of see our humor with me and Carter now, not just me. And what's that? Crackers?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with crackers. And also, it adds just a little bit of character to our channel. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing. We are real people. We do have real lives. It's not like we're just these, people who put on a show. No, this is really what we do. We really do the autism and all those things. I know, he's kind of hard to understand. He has a speech delay, so when I do my videos with him directly, I will be repeating a lot of what he says so you guys can kind of understand the way he talks, because he can be very hard to understand. Sometimes I don't even understand. I'm like, wait, what did you say? Excuse me. Okay, so I was talking about these school workbooks, and Maddox is a little bit defiant on his behaviors. So I've got to work on that with him. With Carter, it's pretty much just helping him learn in a way that he understands. Because some teachers, and I've said this before multiple times in my blog, they don't really get that if you teach it to a kid this way, they might not absorb it because their brain doesn't process that way. A lot of autistic kiddos, they have picture memory, and if their picture of whatever it is of adding two things together doesn't match, what the teacher's picture is, it's going to look different. So right now, what they're doing that he hasn't done much of yet is less than, greater than, and equal to. So when I just talked about the alligator a little while ago, we found a song about a less than, greater than, equal to, where the alligator's mouth is the symbols. Carter, do you remember how the alligator song goes?
I don't want to.
He's like, no, we're not doing that right now, Mom. It's like noon. Don't do this to me. Anyway, so it goes something along the lines of this. Alligator, alligator, which one do you eat? The bigger one, the greater one. It will be sweet. So they say the bigger one so you know which number is bigger. And the greater one so the kiddos understand bigger means greater. That's the way we want the alligator's mouth to face, is towards the bigger one. And then, so there's a cute little diagram we have, and I'll find a picture of that, and I will, which is actually a picture I have, and I will add that to my blog with the direct citing from that. That is not my picture. I did not create it. I am not taking any rights for that picture at all, which I will also note in a disclaimer with the picture for you guys. But I thought it would be cute so you could see it, and then if you want to go to the website and grab that for yourself, by all means do so if it does help out your kiddo. So that's kind of what he's working on right now. And there's a couple other little things. They have them doing even the placement of numbers like tens, thousands, hundreds, ones. So I did make a little chart for that, but that's just pretty basic, where it's just a big long number and it goes through ones, tens, hundreds. So that's been kind of hard to absorb. I might get some of those, they're like counter cubes, I think that's what they're called, where it's like one little cube is 1, and then one whole row is 10, and then, like if the number is 20, you would do 2 counter blocks in, the tens place. But I just can't believe he's going into 2nd grade already. It's something else. So we have also those sight words flashcards, which I don't like because I didn't realize that they are double-sided. And some of the ones from like the first sight words section he's doing in chapter 1, the front, some are on the front and back, some of them are only on the front, some are only on the back. So then I have to like go through them and pick through them. So I just printed off the chart. I was like, screw this. This is too complicated. So we have the sight words book also, and that has been going well. We're doing 1 word a day, so I don't think we're going to get through all of them, but I'm going to keep working with him at home if I can, especially on days where he has half days, where it's holidays, things like that, just to kind of keep brushing up on those things, and then we can start doing some reading with that. But there is reading included in there, and there's a lot of engaging activities in that sight words book that I bought, where one of them is color, or like, write the sight word and then color all the bubbles that have that sight word in it, and there might be a bunch of other little sight words in there that aren't the one we're learning on. So there's that. It's been going pretty well. In our chore chart, it's implemented. I didn't get a chance to give them their points for last night because they both fell asleep pretty early, but we're working on that. So we give their points at the end of the day before they go to bed. And then if they get their, prize points, then we cash those in. And then the chart resets to 0 at the end of the week. So that's when we cash them in, is usually on Monday or Sunday. So last time they wanted to go to the pool. So that was for 50 points, and now they have it reset to 0. So if they can get that 50 points by Monday, then they get to go to the pool again. But they've been pretty good with it. I'm surprised how well it's working. Verbal cueing with that also. Like I have one on there, and if you watched my past video from last week, you know that it says this: follow leader of the group. So I'll say, are you staying with your group? I ask questions more than place demands because it gets them thinking, and the less you can instruct them and the more you can get them to think, the less you have to cue them, because cueing your kiddo could become like a habit, and then you have to do it all the time because it becomes part of their routine. And that's not always the case, but excuse me, we struggled with a little bit, blah, a little bit with that during showering, as I would cue Carter to what he needed to do to shower. So now we do have our visual chart in there. I don't have to remind him anymore to look at his chart, when he comes out the shower. I know if he's followed his chart or not just by how clean he is. So it's been working out pretty well. So for July, this is what we're going to have going on for July. Summer school is coming up. So we have, like I said, 4th of July. And then after that, we're going to have the summer school for the kids. And Maddox's, I looked it up because I had to get the times for my schedule, right? For my routine and all that. Maddox's is 2 weeks and Carter's is 3 or 4. So Maddox actually goes for like 2.5 hours a day and Carter goes for an hour and a half. So since I'll have my schedule, finally, I can just go to the gym in the morning when they're at summer school, get that done. I don't have to worry about it. Get it out of the way because I still am not going to the gym like I should. I actually have to go meet with my trainer today. It's my last session, then I'm done with the training. Excuse me. So I'm going to be able to get in there a lot more, and I think that'll help get me out of the house, have something to do, especially when it's so hot. Today and tomorrow it's supposed to get up to 100, 101, and for Wisconsin that's actually pretty hot for us. We don't get weather like that very often. Usually in the summertime it'll get like 80, 85 at most, but it's usually like 70, 75, somewhere around there. So for us this is pretty hot. I actually have to go put my plant under my patio chair with a towel or something so it can get some relief because it's like drying up. Carter, where do you need to be when you eat that? No. Carter, where do you need to be when you eat that? Carter, you can't do that. You're not supposed to eat on the couch, you know that. Hey. But what did I tell you? If you're not going to respond nicely, you're going to lose tablet. What did I ask you to do when you were eating? So next time, what are you going to do when you're eating on the couch? You're going to go to the Carter oven. Do I need to turn it off?
No.
Next time you're eating, where are you going to go? To the table, correct? He did say yeah, so, I mean, okay, but he's going in his room now so he doesn't have to deal with me because he didn't like that. But that's okay. What he's doing right now is that's what I consider processing, is if I give him instruction or there are rules and he doesn't follow them, okay, but what do we do? Or where do you need to be? Or how do we fix it? All those WH questions and how. They like I said, they help the kiddos think. So him doing that, now he knows next time where he needs to be. And, I might have to cue him on that a couple times. It might take a couple weeks, months, whatever. But eventually it does get better. So we just did some processing right there. You just saw it. And after processing, this is what he usually does, is he'll go to his room or under a table, or he'll grab his blanket and cuddle up with it. And he'll take a mental break. He right now he's a little bit upset with me, so he might be escalated, and angry with me, so he's taking a break by himself and doing his thing. I didn't have to tell him to do that because he knows. This is something we've worked on the entire school year to get to this point. Excuse me. Last summer, what would happen is very combative behaviors, object aggression, which is pretty much taking an object and throwing it, clearing tables, that type of thing. So we're not seeing that anymore, but again, these things do take time. That was a whole year that took, because we did start our programming last summer. So we've came a long way, and I'm very proud of him. So he's doing very good. So yeah, we're gonna have summer school. he still has baseball all through July, and he also has his programming at the center. So he's gonna just hold on 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Carter is out here under his blanket taking a break, like I said. So he's got summer school, and then after that, I think it's an hour after that, he goes to center. And then he has baseball, which is usually on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. In the evening, it's either at 5:30 or 7. So he's got that going on. And then, I'll have their activities, their homework. So we're pretty busy in July. I'm surprised, but it's been a nice transitional period because, the start of June, there wasn't really much going on. There was a couple weeks. Then he started at the center. And then I got the books, and we started incorporating that. So slowly we're getting busier, and then once we get to August, it's going to taper off a little bit because then baseball will end. He's still going to be going to the center, but it'll be nice to have a little bit of a slowdown after that. I know it's only a month, but with summer school, the kids don't get transported, so I need to bring them. And Maddox's starts at 7:45 in the morning. What, honey?
Nothing.
Why are you so upset? He doesn't want to be in the video anymore.
Peace
It's peace and quiet.
I love peace and quiet.
Well, I'm almost done, okay? I'm almost done. So that's pretty much what we've got going on. But check out my blog post for pictures and videos of Carter. And I will also link up the video of me and him in there. I'll try to embed it if I can figure that out. But yeah, go check out my blog post. Link will be in the description for pictures and videos of Carter. I hope you guys do enjoy that. Like and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure you click the notification bell to never miss another video. Follow me on social media for updates on videos and blog posts. Carter, do you want to do the outro?
No.
He doesn't. All right, that's all I've got, guys. Have a safe, fantastic day. Stay calm. Goodbye.